decades, American consumers are looking at new real estate practice changes that go into effect this Saturday.
Yeah, so these big changes stem from a recent settlement by the National Association of Realtors. Now, this will impact home buyers and sellers, as well as how realtor agents are going to begin to operate here. So joining us live to break down these impacts to the real estate industry and what potential home buyers need to know is Kevin Sears, president of the National Association of Realtors. Good morning. Appreciate the time.
Good morning, Emily and Travis. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. This is it's a major shift in this industry. Dive into what exactly is changing here.
Yeah, there are two main practice changes that are occurring as a result of the settlement that the National Association of Realtors entered into in March. The first has to do more with the real estate professional and the selling consumer, and that is that we will no longer be able to offer cooperating compensation on the MLS, the multiple listing service, which is the local broker marketplace where we share data and listing information. The selling consumer is still in control. They can offer cooperating compensation, and they can instruct their broker to do that as well. We just cannot advertise it on the MLS, so we'll have to find different ways to communicate that offer of compensation. The second big change has to do with the buying consumer. And I know that Oregon recently passed a law with the help of Oregon Realtors, which will take care of this, and it's that any buying consumer, before they enter and view a home, will need to sign an agreement with their buyer representative, with their agent, their realtor. And in that written agreement, will clearly articulate the services that will be provided to the consumer and the fee that we as a real estate professional will be looking to get paid. And so knowing that your state law has changed, this is something that was going to happen anyways. I think that the realtors in Oregon are prepared for this change. And ultimately, anytime we can have a conversation with the consumer about the value and expertise that we bring to the transaction and the fact that we want to get paid, and this is what it's going to be, I think that we're all going to be better off to add some transparency to what is already a very challenging and difficult process.
Yeah, it absolutely is a challenging and difficult process. And traditionally, what had been happening in the past was that you had a buyer's agent and a seller's agent working together on the sale of a home, but both of them likely getting paid out of the commission from the seller when that home sells. And there were, these kind of set rates, industry wide. So this means that buyers and sellers have some homework up front. They have some conversations and some numbers to crunch before they sign on the dotted line and before they look at these major purchases. So what impact do you think this is going to have on the real estate market as a whole? Because there are some experts that are concerned that this could lead to, maybe some realtors getting out of the business.
Yeah, well, so right now we have a challenging market as it is anyways, and the inventory, the lack of inventory is really what's pressing here, and it's making it more challenging for the buying consumer, that's for sure. I just want to correct one thing that you said. There is no set commission. I've been in business since 1994, and I know for at least the last 50 years there has been no standard commission. Commissions have been negotiable the entire time that I've been in business, and so now the negotiations are going to happen with both the seller, with their agent, and the buyer and their agent. So that's where there is the change. And with regards to the membership, what we're trying to do is continue to educate and inform our members, our realtor members, about these practice changes. Market conditions, that will dictate, when it comes down to whether or not they're going to stay in the business, it's going to be more because of market conditions than anything else. And so what we need to do is encourage the creation of more housing to fill the gap that's there for the buying consumer. Because there's definitely a lack of inventory.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Kevin. There had been, no set limits previously. One of the accusations in a lawsuit prior to this settlement coming out was that, they felt like there was a little bit of a fixed price across the board. So now we're seeing the conversation and a little more transparency there going forward.
Kevin, appreciate the time. This is quite the topic, and it's one that we're going to continue to follow. It's a big deal in this industry. Appreciate your time here to join us here on KOIN News AM Extra.
Well, I appreciate that. And if the consumer has any questions or want more information, they can go to facts.realtor, where they can get all the information about the practice changes.
Yeah, great stuff there.
Kevin,
again, appreciate the time. And just to reiterate, that's facts.realtor if you want to find any other information.
Yeah, someone who has, gone